I recently have noticed that we've had significant increase in the number of subscribers. So we want to thank you for your interest. And because there seems to be some continuing speech restrictions going on with some of the platforms, you may want to come to one of our other platforms that may have more information that we can share with you than what you're seeing now. It's important that you all should know I make no claims to be something that what my advice is going to be worth anything. Anyone should do their own work. And I also have had history since 1975, a number of major mistakes as a result of which I've had considerable volatility in my results. And so therefore, once again, do your own work. We have recently been very pleased, although it was delayed, getting the year-end report from Aspen Group, and they've done an excellent job in turning the company around so that now they are once again making money. And if you look at the EBITDA in the last quarter, I believe, they had significant cash coming in, which is allowing them to pay down some of their debt, but more important, to start marketing expenditures, which can move the revenues up dramatically. Aspen Group has two universities, and one of the universities, the one in San Diego, is already starting to grow their revenues. It's the other university where the company has been hurt because they were required by a deal they did with the Arizona Nursing Board to end one of their major programs. In the meantime, be losing money by keeping those courses open and constantly having fewer and fewer people that were taking the courses, which is for high school graduates without a nursing degree. An introductory nursing degree approach is totally shut down. And so that Arizona University is where the continued problems have been. But even there, that is now over. So the revenue growth rate numbers for Aspen Group, I think, will turn up markedly to where I think it's a potentially growth stock. Why then do people who've looked at this in the last few days, why then is the stock still at such a low price, which means that the company is worth in the stock market something like $3 to $4 million, which is a fraction both of the market, the book value, which is more like 25 million, and the revenues, which are running at over 40 million on an annualized rate. And as I mentioned, profitability as well. I think there are two factors, one of which I've come to think may be a factor. The first factor is that part of what has happened to Aspen Group with all the problems they've had is they were kicked out of the major NASDAQ exchange, and even though they've upgraded recently to a better exchange, has a fraction of the audience for the stock that you get from a full-fledged member of NASDAQ. The other factor, which is a new factor, is, and I want to do a little more work on this, is that we have known that when the stock gets to 50 cents, that the company has an enormous amount of convertible debt that can be transferred to equity. So there'll be a huge amount of dilution. It'll about triple the number of shares outstanding. But what I want to do a little more work on is I was told that the holders of that debt may be getting in payment some stock, and it's possible that some of the sellers of the stock at this low price are people who, own some of this convertible debt and are looking at the new stock that they've gotten as well. I'll just, didn't cost me anything, so I'll go ahead and sell it. Having said that, I think the outlook for the company is spectacular. So I strongly recommend that anyone who holds it, for goodness sakes, don't sell it. And it continues to be, from our perspective, a strong buy.